Today, I'd like to share 5 books that I think is a good read. So if you do have time, check them out. I think the first one is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I think most of us grew up hearing this book before, so um, I don't need to introduce it. The second book, which that give me a new dimension into financial knowledge, is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. So he has a series of books which is very good and very informational. So my kids now, I'm also asking them to read them. So I think financial knowledge is also very important for us, which they don't taught us in school. So it is imperative that our younger generation get hold of them. The third book, Man's Search for Meaning. I came across this book recently, and I found it very profound because this book is about this Jews. He was his whole family was sent to the Nazi camp during the Second World War, and they were separated. And he's a psychologist by profession, and during the concentration camp, he actually wrote about his endeavor and how he look at life per se. And even during the concentration camp, when a lot of people give up, he still continue to persevere. And unfortunately for him, when he was released from the concentration camp, his whole family was killed by the Nazis, even included his pregnant wife. So for most people, I think anybody would have just give up hope, but he persevered, and because he wants to find out what causes people to give up hope and what can you do to cling to hope and continue to persevere. That's why he wrote this book, Man's Search for Meaning, and it became a bestseller. Even in the last 50 years, it is still highly recommended by the US Congress of Library as one of the top 10 books to read in your lifetime. So go and check it out. I think it is worth your time. It is not very thick, but his general take is that when it comes to circumstances, the only choice that humankind will cling on to is that you still have your option. You can be deprived of all your dignity, deprived of all your material worth, but it is the choices that you make that determine who you are. So I think I don't think I can represent what his theory here. I don't do a good job of doing that. So honestly, I urge you to read this book. The fourth one I would say is The One Thing. I think this is the recently New York bestseller in the last 4 to 5 years. The One Thing actually teaches us that we like to do many things in our life, or even in 1 month, or even in 1 week or 1 day. But I think this book taught me that if you want, we have many priorities, but if you can do one thing that you think is the most important and do it well and focus on that, I think you'll be successful. So don't have too many priorities, just focus on the one thing. The fifth one for this book that I really love is The Power of Habit. The Power of Habit actually teaches us not to procrastinate and how to organize our time through chunking, through blocking, and basically what it teaches is you can't manage time, but you just have to manage yourself. So it teaches me to really segment my day and how to block out time for important things like family time, work time, or exercise time. So yes, these are the 5 books I recommend. If you do interested, check them out. Okay, so this is Vlog 10, Vermont signing off. Have a good day.